everybody, good morning and welcome to this workshop. That's our fourth workshop on representing and manipulating deformable objects. Thanks a lot for being here. And first of all, I would like to introduce ourselves. The organizers of this workshop are Michael, who's there, myself, Martina Lippi, Fangi Zhang there. Then we have Lawrence Yunang Chen, who's not here. Daniel Seta, who's chairing actually another workshop. Alberto Longini, that's there. Danica Krajic, David Eld, that will be also our next speaker, and Peter Kork. So just very quickly, why this workshop? So we all know that deformable objects are like everywhere, and the large configuration space causes traditional planning and modeling to generally fail. So the problem is that we have no clear state representation, the dynamics is very complex and highly nonlinear. So here we aim to collect some state-of-the-art methods and identify possible future direction, as well as connect all these people working on deformable objects from different perspectives. We have a broad set of topics that range from representation and state estimation to simulation and modeling, transfer from simulation to reality, up to action-specific challenges such as the agricultural robotics or surgical tasks. And with respect to this last point, I just want to point out that one of the emerging areas where this deformable object manipulation is becoming more and more relevant is the agricultural field, where we have to deal with the high variability of the agricultural scenarios and also the fragile nature of the objects that we manipulate. So here briefly we have an overview of the schedule for today. So we'll have 7 invited talks. The first 2 will be online. Each invited talk will be 25 minutes plus 5 minutes for question and answers. And unfortunately, we had to cancel the panel discussion at the end because there were some time constraints that were very strict. And then we have 22 accepted abstracts. They are all available on the website, and you can also find all the spotlight talks on our YouTube channel. And for each accepted work, we'll have a 3-minute presentation, and we'll have also the posters during the poster sessions. For the presentation, if you prefer, we can also just play the video and you can talk over it. Otherwise, if you don't want to do that, we can just play the video with the voice. And this year we also have this Best Paper Award, Best Abstract Award actually, that's sponsored by the IEEE RAS Technical Committee on Computer and Robotic Vision, and the selected paper author will receive a prize of $500. So we will announce the winner during the closing session, so please be here for the announcement. And we also invite you to follow this amazing technical committee that allowed us to have this award. So here you have the X account, and you also have the website of the technical committee where you can become a member. And so just to summarize, we'll start with the first invited talk, that's from David Eld. Then we'll have the first session of Spotlight Talks. Then we have the poster session at 10:15, that's and also the coffee break in parallel. And then we'll have the next 3 invited talks from Chelsea Finn, Michael Yip, and Gonzalo Lopez Nicolas. And we'll have the lunch break. After the lunch break, we'll have other 2 invited talks from Jeffy Ichnowski and David Su. And then we'll have the spotlight talk session number 2 and the poster session number 2 with the coffee break. And finally, we'll have the Dimitri Berenson's talk, and we'll have just the closing remarks with the announcement of the award. So just last thing, how we can interact. There is a Slido, okay, seems we cannot interact. There is a Slido event. You can see the link, the number, and also the QR code. or just raise your hand, so it's probably the easiest. So the Slido is probably best for the people attending online, but if you're here, just raise your hand, there are microphones. And with that, I conclude this introduction and I leave the floor to Alberto.